Here's a video that I am making for my chair class students. My class on the chair is for anyone who has issues with balance, knees, back, or someone who's getting started getting back into exercise. When I came back into exercise, after I had been out for a couple of years and was about 50 pounds heavier than I am right now, I had a lot of difficulty doing any single leg exercises. My balance was off, my knees were hurting. So this has been designed. I've designed it to get people back into exercise, get their balance stronger, and well, you'll see. We're gonna start with our warm-up. You start with a chair, and you notice that I've put the chair on a yoga mat so that it doesn't slip. And just very gently, just gonna rotate the head, looking from side to side. And shoulders. Opening and closing the arms. Forward and back with the chest. And rocking the hips. I like to put the knees together, gently turn the knees in each direction. And then as we start to access our balance, gently your hands are on the back of your chair and you're going to place your toe out, lift it and rotate it to the back. The body adapts to what we ask it to do. So when we gently ask the body to balance, it adapts to balance work. But we take it nice and slow, one step at a time. Leg swings, you've got a hand on the chair. Make sure you're not going to kick anything in front or in back of you. For 8. And then you can just swing the inside leg. For 8. Continuing to warm up the body. High intensity interval training, very effective, but hard to do if you haven't been in a fitness program for a while. So these are modifications with a hand on the chair for balance. Total body extension. Inhale, and you're coming up, just a gentle quarter squat. If you want to take it farther, you can come up on the balls of the feet, continuing to warm up the body. Now, the way that would look conventionally is that would look like this, correct? But you can leave one hand on the chair in order to give yourself some balance while you work on that TBE. Once again, remember the chair is not going to slip, it's on the yoga mat. The next exercise is a side step. Tilt forward slightly, and it's a substitution for a jumping jack. Now, if you've got this, you can let go of the chair, and it looks like this, a side step. And it's substituting for the jumping jack, correct? The next exercise, knee raises in front. Notice I'm picking the knee up like a marionette, lifting the knee. Not doing a lot of bending with the knees if you're dealing with any osteoarthritis in the knees or any soreness. The knee is staying very neutral and I'm lifting the legs. Now to advance this and show you what it would be eventually, the high intensity way, this would be the substitution for a mountain climber. So as you go farther on your fitness journey, you might end up doing mountain climbers. The next exercise is going to be a side step, step touch, and you can take the arms with the feet, step touch, and once you feel comfortable there, go ahead and let the chair go and step touch. This is a modification for the high intensity exercise that we call the skater hop, correct? So there's the skater, and here it is modified without the hop. And then here it is to get started with the chair. So kind of nice to have this at home so you can watch it whenever you wish and you can practice these exercises. And then if you're in the Sonora area, you can come take class with me on Thursdays at 5:30. So I would say do those 8 of each and do those for 4 rounds. So let's just do a complete round. Here we go. 8 of each. 1, 2, it's 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And we'll take a side step, step, good. Out, out, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. Lifting the knees, abs tight, chest is lifted. Don't droop the chest. Good for posture. 7, 8. And then nice and easy step touch. And the arm goes in the same direction as the body. So if I was using both arms, this is what I would be doing. So this angle is so you can see what I'm doing. If we were in class, we would be facing this way. And what's great about that is that you can let go when you want to. So I'm going to take it one more time, facing this way in back of the chair. Total body extension. Should I go ahead and use this arm this time? Pulling in the abs. And there's 8, and now the side step. So open, close. There you go. So you can let go of the chair, open, close. If you ever need it, just grab it again. And then the knee raises, come slightly to the side. Knee raises, 5, 6, 7, abs tight, 8. And then skaters, step touch. And then you can back away from the chair, and there you are, doing the full skater. And then, of course, one of my favorites, of course, is the leg swing, which we did to warm up. There truly are modifications of all of these exercises. Modified push-ups, jumping jacks, burpees. You can modify things down to the level where you can achieve them and then advance your level and get fitter and fitter and stronger. Now here's some of my favorite balance work. So we're going to go ahead and gently point the foot to the side, zip up the abs, fingertips are right here. So now, nice strengthening on the side of the legs. The abductors, lifting for 8. Balance, what I was taught when I was learning to dance back in my 20s, is that balance is strength plus flexibility. So as you can see, other leg lifting to the side, we are increasing strength by lifting the leg and flexibility with the extension. So wonderful. You should feel that pretty quickly, that wonderful warm feeling on the abductors. Now we're going to go ahead and little glute training. I'm going to be standing on my left foot, trying not to allow my hips to rotate, keeping them straight here, pressing on the back of the chair for leverage, and then lift. 2, 3, 4, squeezing the glute. 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll feel a strong contraction in the glute. Step forward to the other leg. I'm slightly turned out, not letting this hip come up, keeping the hip down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To make that even more advanced, you can bring that into attitude and lift. 2, 3, abs tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Looks a little bit like maybe the donkey kicks we do on the floor. But the great thing is you don't have to get down on the floor to get good training. 1, 2, abs tight. 3, 4, 6, and 8. Whew, wonderful. And then of course, to work the quadriceps, so we've got the abductors, and then the glutes, and the hamstrings. And then the quadriceps would get a little bit of work from lifting. Let's really give the quadriceps some training now. We go ahead and turn so you can see a little bit better. We can give the quadriceps some wonderful training on the chair by sitting up very straight, holding the chair, lifting the knees slightly, flexing the foot, and extend. 2 and 3. I do have some osteoarthritis in this left knee. 4, 5, but the strong muscles, 6, 7, and 8. So we want to maintain the strength of the muscles all around the knee. Other leg, 1, extend, abs tight, 2. Feel that quad contract, 3 and 4. It's 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So wonderful. There are your leg exercises. And what's so nice about these is they're not going to irritate your knees. I don't find they irritate mine if I don't push too far and too hard. And then there's 4 on this side. So we've got the quads. We've got the adductors are on the inside, the abductors are on the outside, so the lifts were for the adductors, and then the lifts to the back for the hamstrings and the glutes. So let's do a little upper body now. Here's my light weights. And a little bit heavier. This is on the beginner end of the weight spectrum, so I'm not going to go real heavy. And I hope this diagonal angle works for you. So I'm going to take my lighter weights. All right, for upper body, we're going to go into an overhead press, pulling in the abs, pushing into the floor. Inhale. We're going to do 8, 3 of the light weight, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to set those down, and we're going to do just 5 of the heavy weight. Yeah. So the next exercise, let's go ahead and do rows. So I'm going to come forward, pull in my abs. 3, it's 4, 5, pull in those abs, 6, 7, and 8. So feeling that in my back, training the back with the rows. And then 5 with the heavier weight. And 1, 2, pulling straight back. 3, work those shoulders and back. 4, and 5. And today I'm going to go ahead and show, let's do the reverse fly. There's a bunch of different exercises we can do for upper body, but I'm going to demonstrate the reverse fly today. Come forward, and here, and 2, 3, 4, it's 5, and 6, ab tight, 7, and 8. Just because we're on a chair doesn't mean that it's not a rigorous training session. Heavier weights, lower reps, coming forward, 5, 3, 4, and 5. Yep, I'm feeling that too. So we've had an overhead press, we've got a row, a reverse fly, and let's go ahead and finish with some curls. Light weights first, and right here, and curling and squeezing. The seat's kind of wide, which is why my hands are widening out. Abs tight, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Going back into the 8s. If I was teaching this class conventionally, we would be taking more time. I'd be giving you a little bit more rest between the light weights and the heavier weights. But we're moving through on this video. You can always stop it, rewind it. all that good stuff. For 5, ready? Pulling those abs in on the way up, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there you have it. We had the lifting the knees in front for the quads, and then lifting to the side, lifting to the back, and then we have overhead press, and we had rows, reverse flies, and curls. So now let's go into some of our balance work, specifically balance work. So first things first, I'm going to put my weights away so I don't trip over them. And picking up those weights, putting them away. So I'm going to go through a series of tree poses, pardon the noise, with my hand on the chair. I have Australian Shepherds, what can I say? They're barking at the helicopters flying overhead. I'm afraid we've got some fires in the area today. So notice that my heel is resting on top of my arch, which makes it very easy for me to balance, holding my hand out. If this is easy for you, lift the toe and balance. And if you can, let go of the chair, which is going to challenge your balance. Hand back to the chair and come down. Let's take the foot and bring it to the calf. And if that's comfortable, go ahead and let go of the chair. And come back and release it. Another variation of that, we can go ahead and bring the arm up, lift, get your balance. You can keep your hand here so you can keep checking your balance. But if that feels good, go ahead and lift. And bring the hand down. And come to the calf. So this is a conventional tree pose with the arch against the calf and reach up, adding a little ballet. And if you have the balance, reach up. Remember, the body adapts to what we ask it to do. Your balance may not be fantastic now, but if you practice balance, your body will get on board and get better at balance. You just need to practice. And then the other foot, so the kickstand is down, my toe is down, and so I can really move my arms quite easily. But if I pick up the toes, then balance takes a little bit more work. And bringing the calf, the foot to the calf, balance. The standing foot is moving to keep me in balance. That's where the flexibility comes into play. Balance is strength plus flexibility. And with the arms up, the kickstand is down, my toes are down, arms up. And lift it up, reach up, test. And then take it to the calf, and up, and up. I've been doing this for many years, so you may find that even though it looks like this is quite easy, it definitely takes some balance. And it is the practice that will ultimately lead us to having better balance and better strength. And so let's just go through a couple more movements. Nice lunge forward. And we can go ahead and raise the arms from here. So I've got my right foot forward, my left foot back. And then we can come into a gentle warrior two, rotating the back foot and reaching out. But see, the chair is right here whenever I need it. And we can even drop down in reverse. And come back. And then at this point, we really want to support ourselves to come around and step together. And step back, stretching the calf. Nice and easy, one arm up, other arm up. And if you wish, go ahead and rotate into warrior two, right there with the chair if we need it. And a little reverse warrior. And back to warrior two. And this is the point where you do want the chair, and step up. And a nice little stretch, stepping back. Bending the knees and the elbows so that we're not overstretching the lower back. Nice and easy. Feels really good. So important, knees and elbows are bent. And come up and nice and easy up on the balls of the feet. And to strengthen those feet, lift and 2 and 3, abs tight, and 4. Let's go ahead and hold up. One arm out, other arm out, and come back. As you get stronger, this will get easier. I am kind of at the top of my range right now, looking to go ahead and release a little bit of fat, get a little bit lighter, take a few pounds of weight off, a little bit easier on my knees. As I said, I do have a history of osteoarthritis, a little pain in the back of the knee, and I do find that when I'm a little bit lower in my weight, it really is just the physics of it is a little bit easier on the knee. In terms of how to get lean while staying strong, step 1 is to find a good nutrition program that has the foods that you enjoy that are nutritious for you, but that you don't tend to overeat. And we're all different about that. I don't eat sugar and grains. You may be able to eat more sugar and grains than I can, but you're looking for a way to get your nutrition without overstimulating your appetite. And at the same time, if you are in a caloric deficit, you do want to be doing some resistance training so that you make sure that any weight that does come off is going to come off as fat and not as muscle. And our resistance training, I believe from experience, that can signal the body and say, hey, hang on to that muscle, let's release the fat. So I'm Catherine Best Gordon. My website is catherinetraining.com. My nutrition program is sugarfreedom.com. Please subscribe to this channel and like this video. And if you are in Sonora, I teach this chair class at 5:30 on Thursdays at Solly Breath at 14709 Mono Way in the Sears Center. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, everybody.